Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Lyndon.
I'm Devi.
I'm Amy.
And this is Coach's Corner. We help people change their relationship with food and fitness by sharing all the knowledge we've gained from each one of our journeys. So do us a favor, like, share, hit the notification button, and subscribe. That way you get everything as we put it out. Please make sure you tell loved ones about this. Again, we do this for all of you, and honestly, none of us get paid. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Today's topic was about sleep. Okay, I think that most people don't understand the importance of, breathing. I said sleep. It's breathing. That's on me. Because I was thinking, I focused on sleep because I see it missed so often. But ironically, the topic was about breathing in general. Okay, so a lot of people don't breathe in a way that's actually helpful. When most people start working out, one of the first things I noticed is that people would brace by breathing out instead of breathing in. They also wouldn't breathe in through their diaphragm. Most of the breathing they did was very stomach based, right? Mm-hmm. So watching people breathe in a way that doesn't help them feel better, we watch how that plays out, right? Let's round table it, man. What y'all got to say about breathing?
Shallow breathing. I think that, kind of stems from what you were talking about. I think there's a lot of people that maybe aren't able to inhale deeply, or don't know how to.
I was going to say, explain what you mean.
Well, I think it is a practice. So being able to take a large inhale, whether I'm using, inhale through the nose. If you can't breathe through your nose, then you're probably not taking a large inhale through your nose. I think people in any sort of activated state are probably, our breath shortens if your state is heightened, if we think that, something kicks on and we got to go into go time. So that's why circular breathing is something that you can use as a tool in that state. I'm inhaling through my nose, I'm exhaling through my mouth. I'm taking long breaths. I'm telling my nervous system that I don't have to be activated, right? Yep. Everything is fine. But I think a lot of people aren't ever reaching a deep, like a diaphragm breath.
Yeah, I would say that most people haven't taken a breath for sure, like a real cleansing breath. I think the average person does not understand. I think the only place the average person might have done it is in yoga. Right? And when I say in yoga, there's a lot of times they tell you to breathe and you go with it, but you just don't understand why. Right. So I see a lot of people trying to breathe in through the diaphragm by following what's being said, but not understanding what's doing the work. So you'll see a lot of people just do like that, and breathe, like the stomach expands. So you'll see a lot of them. Those are the same people who usually have a ton of pain. Their cores aren't as strong as they need to be, stuff like that. So.
Are you gulping air?
Yeah, that's actually what I think most people are doing. Like.
Yeah, and then they hold it for the rest of that count.
Correct. Yeah. Right, and then they're saying they're breathing. Again, breathing slowly does not only help to release anxiety and other things, but it also can lead to you learning how your lungs work in different capacities. Not to add to the mental health. Not to add to the sleep quality, it can improve because again, when you sleep, you just do what you do when you're awake. And most people don't realize that. So a lot of people will be like, man, my sleep is terrible. And then they're taking something that knocks them out and their breathing is shallow, right? So that right there creates not so great sleep.
For sure.
Right? So
are you passing out or you go falling asleep?
That's what most people should call it. I passed out last night at 2.
Right.
Someone knocked me out.
Yeah. I've actually, you know what's funny? I'm gonna ask. Have you ever tried breathing in a room with other people who are experiencing panic? Like just breathing yourself?
Yeah.
Have you seen them mimic it?
No.
I
don't think they're paying attention.
No, not even asked. Not even asked. If you're truly breathing, I think Amy understanding with me. Yeah. If you truly breathe in with them in space, it's hard for them to not breathe.
You want to know what's crazy?
Yeah, shoot.
I said no, but I was thinking in a room full of people who are breathing shallow. But I think I do that more than often for people in a very intentional way, like in a hug. So if I give you a hug and you're in an activated state, I will until they match my breathing. And
so there is studies that show, again, physical contact and doing a thing actually can facilitate. However, let's talk about this space, right? In intimate space, physical contact doing so, you're already in a relaxed space. It usually works really, really well. When you're in a space like this, like let's say the whole thing is to be heightened, bringing you down could actually cause you to crash. So ironically, instead of getting people to crash, most of the time what we do is we imitate what we'd like to see them do in movement and in practice. So when they're talking to, like, think about when you've had a client tell you something that was like, oh shit, you go, okay. And they're like, yeah, like you take it, you don't even realize you do it. If you make a face, you probably take a breath in. But again, most people take it like very quickly, which doesn't really allow for the nervous system to get the, it's okay, right? Heightened isn't a problem, it's what you do with it when it happens, right? Sure. So if I breathe quick, and I don't give myself the slow release, then that becomes shallow breathing, right? But even if one side was short and I breathed longer on the other, then my body would figure out what it's like to regulate. So most people talk to you and they're like talking to you like this and are very frantic and everything else. And then you don't have to say, first of all, worst thing you could say, I've learned it, calm down, right? Yeah. I've learned that in my travels, right? Yo, you need to calm down. And that's usually the opposite, right? So instead of saying calm down, I can imitate the behavior of calm, right? I think most people don't even realize that that's a thing. And again, if you're doing it subconsciously, that is helping people. And again, they learn to self-regulate instead of depending on you. For sure. Yes. So I think both can work. But if we're talking about like community space, trying to help people, sometimes I want you to be in a heightened state because it's going to help you do what you like to do. I train that way all the time. Anyone who's ever trained with me, you understand that about me, right? I take myself deep dive, but if you ever pay attention, there's a lot of breathing when I'm doing it, right? There's a lot of like gathering myself to make sure I can do whatever the thing is, right? No one knows when the last breath you'll take if you really push yourself. So again, I like to make sure I take it fully. Anything else?
Well, yeah, we got 2 more people.
Shoot for it.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, everyone's heard me talk about my journey with asthma and how I worked through that. I think I didn't really understand the benefit of working on my breath until after I did. When I was in it, I was like, oh, I'm sick of these asthma attacks. I'm sick of being in the hospital, and I want to be able to like go and not have to stop, right? So I joined cross country, and a big part of that was rhythmic breathing, right? So like I had to bring some intentionality to my breath, which I don't think a lot of people do. If you don't think about it, you will still breathe, but bringing intentionality to it, my coach showed me that like getting that rhythm and understanding that there is a rhythm is the name of the game. Like when I started running, especially now when I start running, I know my breath is off. Those first couple steps, breath's gonna be off. You just said you may take a big inhale and a slow exhale. Keep running at the same pace, guaranteed it'll even out because it has to. Your body has to like get a certain amount of oxygen and release a certain amount of carbon dioxide in order to maintain that same pace. So even if it's not in running, however you're bringing intentionality to your breath, being able to play with taking just as long of an inhale as you do an exhale, or playing with those modalities in your lungs does strengthen your lung. And the last thing I'll say about that is when it comes to your breath work, have some patience with yourself, because I forget to breathe all the time still, and I'd like to say I have put a lot more time into intentionally breathing than most. And yeah, I still find myself like holding my breath in situations a lot. So yeah, I think the more you can think about it, the better off you'll be, especially in your sleep patterns. We perform how we train, so
yeah. I think to that point too, just like thinking of it as practice. Like I always like how they say that about yoga, like as a practice. Like I'm not gonna go do yoga, I'm gonna go practice yoga.
Sorry, Western culture.
What?
I said sorry, Western culture.
Oh, but yeah.
Everyone does yoga. Not a lot of people practice.
Yes, that. So I think that's with breathing. Like we're all breathing, but if you practice breathing, like for me, circular breathing has been really big. Way to pull myself back into my body if I'm struggling. And a lot of that is diaphragmatic breathing, but like meditation with it, the picturing of like the air movement, not just in your stomach, but like up into your lungs. I think it's a really great practice.
What's your favorite type of breath? Is it circular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is yours circular?
For sure.
Mine
Alright.
is Ujjayi.
Ujjayi. Yeah.
100%. It is. Like
makes
I had to. It's for those who don't know, it's a technique for like igniting the fire within. And the reason I think I enjoy that the most is because most of my life that's been a thing. So breathing circularly is like, I do this show all the time. It's stupid, like for me, right? But it's also because I think a lot of my life didn't allow me to not have that. So I think the breathing techniques or patterns that you enjoy are the ones you haven't used, right? Like you've learned to depend on a thing, you start to love the one you didn't know, right? If you have a true, let's call it healing journey, right? It's a full circle thing, circular breathing in actuality of life, right? So if you think about it like that, again, there's pieces that maybe you don't have, and that's why we use our experience to help people. But a lot of the times, like we have people who you gotta like really push and motivate to go. You almost gotta be in here damn near yelling at them. And then we have people who you could sit in the corner, say it twice, show them once, and then they will be able to do it for the next month,
Yeah.
right? So it's important to find what your breath pattern is. Again, what you have, where you are, and then what you need. Anything else? Anything else?
Breathe.
Yeah. I will say, oh, I'm sorry, anything else?
No, we good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I will say that for those who are learning to breathe, I always think it's funny when people find out that I do yoga.
Oh no.
I teach yoga a lot. I think anyone who's taken my class actually understands that I teach from a deep place, right? Like a place where it's like I had to go get the thing and now I share it with everybody else. Versus just kind of trying to sound like everyone's amazing and, you know, you're a firework. You know, I'm not teaching that way. I'm teaching in a way that may ignite you to move forward and do things, but it also reminds you of space. I teach gratitude because there was a point in my life that I wouldn't have moved forward without it. So I literally think a full breath practice puts you on a grateful path, right? So give it a try. All right. If you'd like to join our community, check us out, www.gettingitdaily.com, or you can check us out on Instagram or Facebook under the name Getting It Daily. Until next time, I'm Lyndon.
I'm M.
Devi.
Amy.
We're signing off. Peace.
Deuces.